Open Your Eyes is brought to you by the Belize Bank. Our country, your bank.
Good morning and welcome to Open Your Eyes.
Start your morning right.
I'm Sabrina Daly.
And I'm Asana Ketano. Good morning.
And good morning, Isani. It's a beautiful Wednesday morning. I know that we should
Now is the appropriate time to use beautiful because the weather is cooperating.
Well, my favorite line that you apparently like to call me out with is lovely. So it is a lovely Wednesday. And yes, I was about to tell you, you might want to soak it all in because based on the weather report yesterday, this might be the day when it starts to get a bit warmer.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
You know, I'm not complaining when I woke up this morning and I felt that little chill and that draft.
Yeah, it's still here.
That's what the doctor ordered,
Yeah.
at least for me, right?
No.
After all of those days in last week where, you know,
No, I think it
sitting in front of
was
the fan.
it was certainly what the doctor ordered for all of us. We were all soaking in the cooler air. Paul came yesterday with his jacket. I told him I smelled the mothballs. But I think that we all really welcome the cooler temperatures after triple-digit temperatures last week, as high as 103, but feeling much hotter than that. So I think when we get temperatures like this, especially closer to the end of the year, we try to hold on to it and we try to hope that it stays at least for December and Christmas time. So we'll see what happens.
Oh, we're a couple of months away from
Yeah.
getting there, but this is a good start.
It's
if
a
it
good
keeps up
start.
this way, then we're good.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
not gonna
good to go.
complain.
But we want to jump into our What's Buzzing this morning, Isani. And we have a great topic to discuss this morning. We actually have a visitor with us by Zoom, that is. A young student currently studying in Taiwan, an international student. But she is also an artist. She is a performer. She wears many hats. I believe she's also a TikToker. So she's well known on the social media front.
Yes.
But now she is debuting herself as a musician artist as well.
And she
So
goes by the name Izzy M.
Izzy M.
Good morning, Izzy.
Good morning, everyone from Belize. Hi.
How's it
Izzy.
good? We're saying good morning.
Yes,
but
I was
in
gonna say that.
actuality, it's nighttime over there in Taiwan.
Yep, it is. It's 8:30.
How's
Oh,
it
okay.
going?
It's going good. I just had a full day of classes and I'm here now.
Nice, nice. So let's begin by talking about your journey, both in music and, of course, your academic pursuit in Taiwan.
Okay, so my journey. Well, honestly, coming to Taiwan was unexpected for me. I did not think I was going to end up here. It was one of my last choices because I was scared. But now that I'm here, it
What are
feels
you
like home.
studying?
Right now, I'm studying international business, and the plan is to transfer to architecture.
Nice, nice. Now, the obvious question is your love of music and your budding career in music. How do you balance the two? I'm certain that studying business is demanding in and of itself, but you're also finding time for music, you're also finding time for your social media life and what have you. How do you balance it all?
I don't really have a regimen or a way that I do it. I just take it day by day because it's honestly hard. It's a new language, a new culture. I'm in a completely different place and
Yeah.
I make mistakes sometimes, but I just have to take it day by day. That's what I do. That's what's working for me right now.
Now, Izzy, what made you decide to transition into social media? As I mentioned, you are also a well-known Belizean TikToker as well. Let's talk about your interest in social media that ultimately transitioned into music as well.
Well, from I was a young child, I used to like to do fake YouTube videos and be like, oh, hey, everyone, look at me dance, look at me sing. And then one day I just decided, why don't I actually do YouTube? And I've grown up around my family, they're very musical. So they actually helped me get into my music aspirations.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay, and talk to us about one of your recent projects that you put out. I was thoroughly impressed. I want to know as well, did you edit the video? Because I know that you are very, well, at least it seems tech savvy, because you have your TikTok as well that has some really impressive edits too. Let's talk about the production side of your music video and creating music itself.
So I didn't actually edit the video. I got a videographer over here. He discovered me because I was doing my performances here in Taiwan, and he said, "Hey, I want to do this for you, no charge." And I was like, "Okay, let's try it."
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So you perform in Taiwan as well?
Yes, I do.
Talk to us about that. How did you get into performing in Taiwan, and what exactly would you do?
Well, I made that my mission. That was the first thing I wanted to do when I came here. So I started to go to different underground bars or small clubs and stuff that they have performances at. And I just went by myself with my friends, and I just talked to the people, and I told them like, hey, I sing, this is my stuff. And they were so easy to like accept me. So I was just like, okay, they gave me a chance. And ever since that first performance I had here, I just kept doing it.
Oh wow.
Let's step back a bit. Where did this all begin for you in terms of music, your love for music? I know you've mentioned that your family is a musical family, but where was that seed planted for you?
Definitely, well, back home in Belize, but I think it's mostly because of my aunt and my uncle, Tremet and Rojani Period. I've been seeing them from a young age on the stage, just performing and seeing the crowd's reaction and them coming to take pictures with them after that. I was like, I want to do that. That is so cool. I want to do that. And I just been in love with it from I was a child.
And how have they been as critics? Because I know Tremet and Rojani, they're pretty tough.
Yeah, like I was honestly so scared to start singing in front of them because I was actually really shy. But they're just like, they're very supportive, and if I make a mistake, they're gonna tell me like, you should work on that. Like they're not gonna lie to me. They're gonna keep it real.
Yeah, nice.
Talk to us about the genre of music that you particularly focus on.
Well, right now I'm focusing more on pop music. I've always wanted to do pop music from I was a child. But I used to do Caribbean music. I'm still open to the idea of doing both of them, but right now I'm really trying to focus on pop because I feel like that's just more my vibe.
So the next question is then, who's your biggest influence in pop music?
Definitely Doja Cat.
Oh, you're a Doja Cat fan. Wow. As controversial as Doja Cat is, eh?
Yeah.
So tell me, so you listen to some Beyonce, some Shakira, all of these other women in pop music? Or you're limited to more of the modern day stuff?
I know mostly modern day stuff, but to me, once the song sounds good, I'm gonna listen. So.
Yeah. So, Izzy, you are currently studying in Taiwan. What's the next step? What's the plan after you complete your degree, especially since you are obviously interested in music as well?
That is a good question. That's going to be in like the next 5 years, but one of the agreements for the scholarship is that we definitely need to bring back what we learned in Taiwan to Belize and help Belize get developed and stuff. So that's going to be my first plan, to come back to Belize and let's see what I can do here.
Well, I'll tell you what, right? And this is because David and I will have a conversation later that says we need more women in architecture in Belize. So that is your mandate to the country. Fair enough?
Yeah. Yes.
It's good though. I mean, let's get into a bit more of the academic stuff. Why architecture and why international business, and how do you plan on bringing them both together?
So architecture, because my grandpa, he has always been doing architecture stuff, building little devices and houses and models. So I was just like, I want to do that. I didn't know what I wanted to do, so I was just like, I'm gonna do that. And now I found a love for it because you can actually help people with architecture and international business. Because I've been studying business my whole life. I like marketing. I like talking to people. So I was just like, let me try that.
Nice.
So you have 5 years left to complete your degree, and then you return to Belize. I want to know what the experience has been like living in Taiwan, because as you mentioned, it was not your first choice of school or location to live. So what has the overall experience been like? How long have you lived there as well?
Well, I've been here for 1 year, and in the beginning, it was really tough. Like, I wanted to go home. I called my dad one day, and I was just like, Dad, I can't do this anymore. It's too hard. But that everybody goes through that phase, you know, missing home since we're so far. But now I can say at the end of the year, I found my people, I found my Belizean community, and I feel at home. It's okay.
Yeah. So there's a sense of community that you guys have there in Taiwan as well.
Yes. Definitely, definitely. We do a lot of Belizean events and stuff. It makes you feel like you're just back at home. And you miss the food. So the people here cook food too, and it's just like, yes.
Alrighty. Well, Izzy, it was a pleasure meeting you. We can't wait to see what else you do. Do you have any other songs that you are soon to share with the world?
Definitely. I am working on that as we speak.
Okay.
Any shout outs you want to leave us with?
But I would just like to say thank you to my family for supporting me through this journey.
Also to your fans, Izzy, you have fans.
Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, guys.
I'm your marketing person already.
I was nervous, guys. I was nervous, but definitely thank you to my supporters. Like, without them, I don't know what I would do.
Yeah. Well, we're excited for you, Izzy, and I was only pulling your leg. I definitely believe that you have the potential to be huge in pop. We saw your music video, and it was absolutely impressive. So good luck to you on your studies and as well in music.
Thank you so much. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Take care. See ya. All right, so we could jump into other topics that are buzzing.
Yeah.
Keeping it in the realm of entertainment, I don't know about you, I've sort of been glued to this whole saga of Will Smith and his, I don't know if I'm supposed to call her his wife still. She said they've been separated since 2016.
But technically they're not legally divorced, yes.
Yes. Will and Jada. Wow.
You begin with, wow.
It's just, you know, this is a unique family.
Yeah.
Where when you look at who Will Smith is in American society, in entertainment, he's a pillar. You look at his wife and you look at their 2 kids, it's an American family that may not necessarily be the one that many are accustomed to in terms of how they go about doing things and what have you. And so for me, I started watching closely, I think for many, we started watching closely last year with Slapgate, right? And what is interesting is that if that was a powerful moment across media because of what transpired on the Oscar stage, and whatever the fallout would have been in terms of Will Smith's career, in terms of the perspective from Chris Rock, and of course from Jada, here comes this book. It's called Worthy. And a lot of press is being given to this publication by Jada Smith, the author. And along with the press comes certain revelations, right? Where she was saying that at a point in time, now there's a sort of a fixation with Tupac. We've discussed Tupac's life on this show before. They were very, very close. And so at one point...
They went to high school together, I believe.
Yes. At one point, she was saying that while incarcerated, Tupac proposed to her. Well, she's saying that obviously that didn't go anywhere because they were more friends than anything, and she understands that he was in a particular space where companionship was an immediate need for him. But all of that is coming out of this book that she has written, and she's making her press rounds, and questions are being asked and what have you. Now, it has stirred quite a buzz in the entertainment world, simply because you have a number of people who are weighing in on these revelations. Part of it, she's saying, look, as a young woman growing up, I used to sell drugs. Now, some people are asking for the receipts, right? Some people are saying, well,
prove it.
Prove it. She's also saying, well, you know, I thought that the slap, Will going up to the stage and smacking Chris Rock, was a skit.
She thought it was a skit.
Yeah, yeah. And then she also says, well, look, I haven't been referred to or heard my name in the same sentence as wife in quite a while, so it all took me by surprise. Now, for the critics though, and this is where it gets a bit interesting, because some are arguing that, look, she continues to emasculate Will Smith by putting all of this information out there. Right? And perhaps she could argue from her end that, well, I'm speaking my truth, I'm in my truth, and there's nothing to hide insofar as how I feel. So now there's this, you know.
I mean, it's such a controversial discussion, and there are many people having this conversation, both here in Belize and in the U.S. So just for persons that would want to know, obviously, why we're having this conversation, these are entertainers that everyone knows.
I grew up on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Exactly. You did not grow up on... I grew up on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
This was in the late 80s, early 90s, somewhere, man.
But yeah, to add to your point, you said that you started following this couple when the infamous Oscars slap took place. I started following this couple when the infamous red table entanglement conversation started.
Certainly. We all knew about that with August Alsina.
Because for me, that was the ultimate act of emasculating, or I won't say emasculation, but embarrassment, because they were still together and she's essentially saying...
It is emasculation. But
yeah. Well, I don't want to use the word as emasculation. I prefer to say embarrassment, because... That's essentially what was happening. People were humiliating Will Smith after that red table talk, because he just sat there like a stone and just basically said, yeah, my wife had a side relationship or had a relationship, and it's alleged that he did support the relationship. Come to find out now that they weren't together during that time, because she would have said during her book press tour that they have not been together in a relationship. They've been living separately for at least 7 years. So if you rewind during that red table talk, that would have been in between that 7-year period.
Speaking from a man's perspective.
Yeah, that's why I said I won't say emasculation, because I think it's just embarrassing.
Look, if you've exchanged vows, it's my opinion, solely my opinion. If you've exchanged vows, right, and you have not annulled those vows, and so you're still legally married to the individual as your spouse, if you're separated, right, but you're raising kids together, and in this case, you look at him, August Alsina is Jaden's personal, that's friend. His guy, that's his friend.
And that's the part where it got sticky and even more embarrassing.
To get involved with.
Yeah.
Come to find out, down the road, August Alsina comes out as also being gay. So all of this is like, okay, so from a man's point of view, how much
By the way, I don't know if that is actually confirmed. That was an interview that he did. I think it was more for conversation. But anyway, that aside, continue.
I'm saying I don't know how much of that the average man would be able to deal with.
Yeah.
Right?
For sure.
If your name is out there for all these blockbuster films, you've built a name and a reputation for yourself as a Hollywood A-lister. you're the go-to guy for all these major movies and what have you. And then on the other side, your name is being brought up in all of these other seemingly scandalous things. How much of it, how do you balance that? That becomes my question.
I want to play devil's advocate in this conversation, though, because one, let's not assume that Will Smith has never committed adultery against his wife. So
I'm not assuming
we know
that I never
the
even went in that direction.
We know the embarrassment from the entanglement, at least during that time, was persons saying, hey, your wife basically cheated on you, and you guys are trying to justify it by saying that you were not together at that time. The whole context of August Alsina being a friend of Jada Smith, their younger son. So it's kind of like a cougar situation. But I want to say that a lot of people are also trying to sort of advocate for Jada as well by saying, hey, let's not be sexist about this, because if we look at Will Smith's book that he also did, I believe, a year before, he also shared a lot of personal and intimate details about their marriage, but we didn't have as much publicity around that because this is Jada and everyone loves to hate Jada. So I just want to put that out there.
And some of us would argue that she's making her name off the back of her husband, but that's
well, it is her husband and it's her life too, and so that could also be argued, because you can't say she's making a name for herself off the back of her husband, because what she's talking about is also her life. Yes. I'm not saying that I'm siding with anyone, but I'm just playing devil's advocate here. That's all.
Will is undoubtedly the bigger of the two, right? So he's the household name before his wife.
Either way, it's still her life.
That's the perspective that some are arguing for. I'm not saying that that's my point of view. I'm simply saying that that is out there.
Yeah.
The most recent and the most salacious one, however, is a revelation from Puff Daddy's former bodyguard, Gene Deal, where he's saying back in the days, they were at a location where Will and Jada were together, and Puff Daddy and J-Lo and their entourage were also present. And Puff stood up, this is according to the former security guard. He's saying Puff stood up and walked to the center of the room and was sort of looking over at Will and Jada. And so the bodyguard approaches. And so Puff reportedly told him, he said, I think Will and Jada are trying to get at J-Lo, right?
Oh.
And so he says, if they do, I'll snuff him, as in he'll get in a physical confrontation with Will. And so the security was saying, well, there's no possible way Puff would be able to win a fight one-on-one with Will Smith. But yeah, it's just the latest in this entire conversation that's going on. But yeah, I just figured it's not a local conversation. It's what's buzzing out there. But we're all fans of Will Smith. We're all following Jada Smith. So, it's there.
Yeah, and as I mentioned, we're still having it on the local scenes because persons all over the world, people all over the world love loved at least this family and what they represented. But now people are saying that their entire marriage has been a fraud. If you've been faking being together for 7 years, they've done interviews several times in between. Couple. Exactly, and several times in between. There was this interview that Jada Pinkett Smith did with, I'm not exactly remembering the name of the show that she was on, but they asked her, how do you keep it fresh? And she was like, she kind of bluffed and said, I don't know. But she didn't deny, and that was a perfect opportunity to say, hey, we're not even together. Okay, so we'll tie it all back to the home front, right? Yeah.
The word entanglement became part of the vernacular for many Belizeans only because it was remixed to become entanglement.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And I'll leave that there.
Perfect way to close what's buzzing. And we're going to move into our weather report, Isani. And as we've been saying, it's beautiful weather, at least for the past 2 days. So we're hoping that we at least get it for half a day today, maybe, because they did say yesterday that it will be changing today. But we'll be having with us the folks from the National Meteorological Service momentarily to talk to us about what we can expect as it relates to temperature and weather developments.
Well, I'll tell you,
Alrighty.
the past couple of nights, I've actually had to draw for my sheep.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. It's a complete shift from you know, being in front of the fan,
Yeah.
being in front of the AC or what have you, to now, you know, pulling for the cover.
All of a sudden now, folks from the rural areas would say, careful to catch draft.
Yeah.
You know, don't keep your windows open around this time with the temperatures like that, because you could catch draft in your back.
In your mole.
In your mole, all those areas. But I too have had to cover a little bit more these past 2 nights, which is great, because I mean, we've gone from needing an extra fan in the room to just keeping it on the middle level, temperature-wise. And
Keeping the windows tilt.
yeah, keeping it tilt. Yesterday, I actually told Paul that I saw this post where someone said, this your cold front need free on, my brother. And it's on it. I had the longest laugh ever. That stuck in my mind. Oh my gosh, that was so funny. I love Belizean humor though. I think we have a great way of taking things and making complete laughs out of it. But we're going to move over to our weather presentation, and we have that from the National Meteorological Service now.
Good morning, Belize. A cool and moderate northerly airflow prevails. The 24-hour forecast for Belize and her coastal waters calls for sunny skies today with cloudy intervals, and high temperatures today are expected to reach 86 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast to 90 inland and 76 over the mountains. Tonight, the skies will be partly cloudy with low temperatures of 75 along the coast, 68 over inland areas, and 60 in the higher elevations. Shower activity will be isolated and develop offshore today. Tonight and tomorrow morning, expect a few showers or isolated thunderstorms to develop mainly along southern coastal areas. The winds will blow from the north to northwest at 10 to 20 knots, and the sea state will be moderate. A low tide occurs at 6:28 a.m. followed by a high at 12:45 p.m. Another low occurs at 5:41 p.m. and a high at 11:37 tonight. The sun rose at 5:46 a.m. and will set at 5:28 p.m. The moon comes up at 9:15 this morning and set at 8:27 tonight. The outlook for Thursday and Thursday night is for cloudy intervals with a few showers and isolated thunderstorms to develop mainly along southern coastal areas. In the sargassum forecast, with little to no sargassum observed over the area, the impacts from sargassums are expected to remain minimal during the next week or two. And in the tropical weather outlook, a broad area of low pressure located about 850 miles east of the Windward Island has a high chance of becoming a tropical depression during the next 48 hours, while the system moves westward to west-northwestward. And that's your morning forecast that was prepared here at the National Meteorological Service.
All right, and just as we said, it's about to get a bit warmer. Yesterday we did not have the number 9 on that list, but now we're looking at 90 degrees inland. So try to start to get cooler. But we're going to move into the show lineup this morning, and Isani, we have a jam-packed show. We have 4 segments. So we're going to start things off with a breast surgeon and an oncologist to talk to us about oncology services being offered at the KHMH.
Our second segment this morning is with our friends from Caribbean Tires, and they're going to have a gold rush sale that you want to be a part of, so you want to be able to catch that segment on our show this morning. And
in our third segment, we'll be talking about an upcoming inter-office basketball league semifinals game coming up, so you'll be able to hear more about that. And our final segment this morning, it's International Credit Union Day, and with that being said, we will be joined by representatives from St. John's Credit Union to talk to us about what they're doing in commemoration of this day. Wonderful. All right, we're going to take our first break for the morning, and when we come back, it's all about the services being offered at the KHMH as it relates to oncology. Don't go away.
Introduces Real Unlimited postpaid plans, providing customers with unlimited talk, unlimited text, and unlimited data. Now that's a real great deal. With Smart Plus, Share 1 and 2, and Enterprise 1 and 2 plans, you can talk as much as you want, text as much as you want, and for the first time ever in Belize, you can enjoy unlimited data with your postpaid plan. So come in and sign up for an unlimited postpaid plan and enjoy limitless possibilities. In addition, other plans such as the Flex Junior, Choice, and Select have been boosted with a lot more talk, text, and data, providing you with the best value for your budget. Be unlimited with Smart. It's time to power your dollar with Smart.
Design Depot, your all-in-one destination for transforming your living spaces. Explore the world of GE with our selection of cutting-edge appliances for functional, convenient, and modern living. Find solutions for every paint project, from home to industrial, with our extensive selection of Sherwin-Williams paints and coatings. Safeguard your home with the durability of our weather-resistant windows and doors. Elevate your kitchen and bath with the timeless elegance of Kohler sinks and faucets. Transform your space with our constantly refreshed tile inventory, always embracing the latest tile trends. Design Depot, your source for innovation, inspiration, and impeccable design. Design Depot, all in one place.
After a rough week of school, Jake and his friends decide to treat themselves to frozen coffee. And since they don't have cash on them, they decide to use eCash. With eCash's geolocation feature, Jake can easily find the nearest coffee spot. With eCash's built-in option to split bills, Jake can pay the bill and his friends can reimburse their portion of the bill. Jake scans the merchant's code and confirms payment. Jake then views his transaction history and taps on the transaction recently made, then taps the split the bill button where he selects the evenly option to evenly split the bill. The application splits the bill automatically. His friends receive and accept the request. Geolocation and splitting the bill via eCash makes Jake enjoy his digital lifestyle.
My name is Patricia Ramirez, and I recently just opened Arrecife Handmade. Arrecife is a non-profit organization, and the sole purpose is to help the kids that are really good runners here from the peninsula and other parts of Belize. We have different products that we make. We have from keychains, bracelets, and as we go, we will have much more products that we will be offering to the market. Here in Belize is very bad with sports, in the sense that they don't get much help, and worse in the communities that are far from Belize City. Other sports like soccer or any other sport, they receive a little more help, and athletics, they don't. Sometimes they have a trip that they're scheduled to go. I take the runners to Belize City and they cancel the trip because they don't have the money. So those are the kind of things that we are trying to avoid. And my main objective with these kids is that when they grow older, that they could actually receive scholarships to go and study abroad. The dive center is about 24 years that I have it in operation. So I pass the business to my daughter, But I still help her out a little because right now she's studying her master's degree. Age is just a number, and I'm a really, really active person and positive about everything. I don't see that, oh, I'm a new business and I only have 2 months. I don't really feel like a challenge, but my vision is gonna be the challenge. I am 56 years old, and now what? Life continues, and it depends how we see life and what our objectives are. My main thing is to help others, and I enjoy it so much.
And welcome back. For our first conversation this morning, we have been joined by Dr. Ramon Yakab. He's an oncologist at the KHMH. Good morning.
Good morning.
And he is accompanied by Dr. Alonzo Walker, who's also a breast surgeon. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oncology services at the KHMH. First of all, let's begin by getting an understanding of what oncology is for the average viewer who may not know what it entails. Let's begin with you, Dr. Walker.
Oncology services, oncology deals primarily with patients who have cancer, all kinds of cancer. My focus primarily is with breast cancer, and Dr. Yakab, who's at the Oncology Center, sees a number of patients with all kinds of cancer. So he's able to tell you about the oncology services and that because he's been involved since the beginning of the oncology program, and I think he's about 5 years. He has been working on that, and the Oncology Center per se, has been actually seeing patients in his present location for the past, I believe, 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, 2 years. So he can give you an up-to-date as to what is happening with the Oncology Center at this time.
Let's talk about the program then and how the program came to be.
Yeah, well, the first thing is that we started in 2018 to make plans on developing a cancer unit. We knew that the number of cancer cases were there, we just weren't seeing it. Along with this came COVID, which, as you may know, closed borders, and patients were seeking attention here. So we were seeing the increase in number of patients. Because of that, we started knocking on doors. We got sponsors, if you may, donors. Among these, I always give thanks to the Social Security Board of Belize and Atlantic Insurance for being the main donors there, for helping us retrofit the space, equipment for patients. And also we started working along with NGOs. Among these, Global Oncology, that's a nonprofit based at the US, who helped us with the human capacity building during these past years. We opened the unit 2 years ago, and up to now we've been seeing roughly around, current number of centers now around 100 patients generally per month. Around 20, 30 patients, new patients per month is what we're seeing. Some of those other patients are patients who are generally coming in for multiple evaluations. So the services involved include, one, guiding the patients towards the diagnostic part. As you are aware, our healthcare system is fragmented and the services are not readily available for every patient. So we have that open door policy where if we're suspecting a cancer, we take that patient in and we guide them to doing their biopsies, to doing their staging studies if needed, and then discussing the treatment options. When it comes to treatment, well, there are different types of treatments that patients require. This would include, one, the surgery part, chemotherapy, radiation, palliative care, follow-up. Those are the main pillars of treatment. Do we have all of those available? I would say for the most part, yes. The exception is radiation that we do not have in country. So that's the type of services that we offer. The scope of population, we have the open doors for everyone. Our numbers have been increasing, but we do know that it's not only the medical part that we recommend, but also we have other challenges. One, resources. Two, access to drug availability sometimes. And one of the major ones is access to radiation. Why? Because it doesn't only involve the health system, it involves the social challenges, the disparities that patients have. Unfortunately, that's where I always say we have the thin line between poverty and having access to treatment. If you don't have the finances to travel abroad, then for most of these patients, they will have an incomplete treatment or no treatment at all.
Yeah, and that's the reality. And I love that you provided the detail of what exactly we are currently offering as it relates to treatment for cancer at the KHMH. Because for the longest time, persons who have been diagnosed with cancer would have to travel outside of Belize, going to neighboring countries in Central America or the United States. So to learn that now the only thing we are left to have is radiology is a step in the right direction. But I really want to focus on the statistics that we have so far. We know that this month we are advocating for breast cancer awareness, but the truth is there are many other forms of cancer that people do have right here in Belize. Let's talk about them.
In terms of the leading causes of breast cancer, breast cancer is the most frequent cancers that we've been seeing. Out of every 10 patients that we see, 3 to 4 patients have been diagnosed with breast cancer. So it accounts for our largest population, followed by cervical cancer, colon cancer, stomach cancer, and then cancers that we know as lymphomas. Those are our major, the most prevalent cancers that we see at the oncology unit. Again, this reflects part of the awareness. Why do I say this? Most of the awareness campaign has been most of the time focused towards breast cancer, so we're able to get more women coming in.
Yeah, but the men?
Men aren't really coming. Patients with prostate cancers accounts for only 5% when it should be much higher. So men aren't coming in.
I presume it's a rather sensitive issue for men to either come forward and get diagnosed or perhaps even seek treatment if they have been diagnosed with prostate cancer.
It does. There's a lot of cultural aspects tied to it. Men are always the breadwinners, and they always want to be seen as a strong figure in the family, the paternal part. And sometimes that may limit access because the services are available. It's a matter of grasping that idea that we need to do screening. With women, they're more prone to coming into the clinic. However, with that being said, breast cancer, if we compare it with other countries, and we were speaking with Dr. Alonso yesterday and with Dr. Jerry from Taiwan, most of the cases in the US or Taiwan are patients who are coming with stage 1 or stage 2 breast cancers. That's because of the screening programs that they have, their existing programs. Here, what we're seeing is that 30–40% of patients are coming with stage 3 breast cancers.
They don't screen.
So screening is an issue. Most of the time, it's until they're already feeling the lump that they're going to come into the clinic. There's always cultural factors too, why patients delay in the treatment, and up to a third of patients are coming with already stage 4 cancers. So we know that those aren't curable. So what we do is we do treatment, medical treatment in the form of chemotherapy for them, palliative if you may, and access to palliative care services and hospice care. And I think, and that's where we want to have that focus on. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Week, and I think every woman should know that it's important that if you have access to mammography, ultrasound, access it. For those regions, geographical regions where it's not readily available, if you have or you feel a lump, visit your nearest health center, your nearest community hospital. Let them have it checked. And that ties in with Dr. Walker coming in, because he's been helping us a lot with the breast cancer patients, giving us his expertise, working along with the surgeons.
Before we go over to Dr. Walker, I want to ask, do you see a few men coming in with breast cancer?
We do, and actually it's not common. 1 in every 100 patients with breast cancers, by statistics, is a male patient. We've had a few male patients here.
Okay. All right. Well, Dr. Walker, let's take the conversation over to you and your role as a surgeon for breast cancer as well.
Sure. In talking with and working with Dr. Yacob for the past week, yes, the focus has been on the surgery for breast cancer because of the advanced stage of disease that most of the women are presenting with. However, what is most important, especially with respect to Breast Cancer Awareness Month, is diagnosing patients at early stage 1 and stage 2.
Yeah.
Well, that requires not just the self-examination by the woman, but also appropriate radiologic technique, which is the mammogram, and especially digital mammography and ultrasound. You have the availability of ultrasound here at KHMH. However, I found out that the mammogram machine is not functional at this time. You've got a radiologist who is very good at interpreting the films. But in terms of taking the mammograms, you need and should have an experienced mammographic technologist. And what this person does is focuses only on taking mammograms of women who are either symptomatic or asymptomatic. And if they're asymptomatic, then the digital mammogram is very important because of the appropriate positioning by the technologist. And there's not any screening that I'm aware of. And so if we're going to decrease the number of cases of advanced stages as is seen at the present time, screening should and must be employed so that we can see these cases, these patients at an earlier stage, and hopefully offer them a lesser operative procedure, because as of now, most women are committed to a total breast removal, which is not necessarily necessary for stage 1 and stage 2 patients. So I would push for screening mammography with a digital mammogram. As I said, a machine is there. It's presently not functional, and you need an ultrasound machine which is already there at the hospital center.
So let's talk about what you're currently doing, perhaps as a collaborative effort, and how long, I'll use the term clinic loosely, how long is this activity going to be for while you're here?
Well, I've been here a week already, and I'll be here for another few days. The intent is to discuss, with the current physicians and maybe hospital staff, what does it require in order to have, say, a breast center, wherein women with the breast problem, no matter what the problem is, they have access to this center. And they can come in, have an examination by a physician or an experienced nurse practitioner whose focus is on women with breast diseases. Have that person in place to do the initial assessment and then refer on to the physician once that examination is completed. So I believe that it's important to have that discussion to see how willing, not just the physicians, but the administration, in terms of having that that digital mammogram machine available, having that radiologic technologist who focus on doing the breast examinations. How willing is the administration, how willing are they in having that, putting that forth? That is where the discussion begins. The other intent is to hopefully have conversations with the staff, that is the nurses, who work in the breast center, have them advocating for something like this in place. Because it will it'll benefit them. They work there. They would have access to the mammogram machine almost at any point in time. So if we can have those kinds of discussions, I think that would move the needle, so to speak, in terms of pushing things forward.
Yeah.
Dr. Yacob, how closely does the KHMH work with the Belize Cancer Society? If we're talking awareness, if we're talking perhaps referrals and other collaborative works being done?
Yeah. Well, it's mostly collaboration through the pediatric unit, because the Cancer Society is the one responsible for being the ones who, I'd say the ones who refer the patients over to MERDA. We have a suspicion of a patient, we refer them to Cancer Society, and then they would take it from there for the patient part. In terms of awareness, Cancer Society has been focused on the advocacy part on the raising awareness part. And as an NGO, I do know they have their limitations too. Yeah. Funding is important to raise awareness. And that's something that I always mention. We remember cancer only in October. And that's the only month we're going to talk about cancer. And that's all over Belize. But we need much more awareness. They've been doing a remarkable job with breast cancer. Breast cancer is out there. Women know it's there. So awareness is part. But I think we need more stakeholders to help raise awareness, to help Cancer Society raise awareness in that part too.
And to recognize that there are other forms of cancer that you can catch as well, because I agree with you. I think as a country, when we hear the word cancer, we automatically think of that pink ribbon, which obviously represents breast cancer. But there are many other forms of cancer that you can catch, and obviously many other colors of ribbons as well that represents these cancers as well. My last question to you, Doctor, is as your role as an oncologist here in Belize, what would you say is the most immediate change you'd like to see?
The first one is changing culture shift. I mean, that's for me important, recognizing the need to do your early detection studies, not only for breast, for colon cancer, for prostate cancer, for cervical, and I want to touch the cervical part, the cervical cancer part. Cervical cancer is the only preventable cancer that we have. For the other ones, we can detect them early. But cervical cancer, we can surely prevent.
With the HPV vaccine?
With the HPV vaccine. And we need parents to recognize the importance of accepting that their children receive the HPV vaccine.
But that's the most controversial thing, at least in our Belizean society. Because I could recall a few years ago when the HPV vaccine was being introduced to young girls at a certain age, the uproar that came with, are you saying that my daughter is sexually active? Why she needs to have this vaccine at 9 years old or whatever? Yeah, I remember that clearly. So I think it would be a tough sell to approach parents and say, this is why they need to be vaccinated, so that it prevents whatever happens down the road.
And I agree. So we need that change in culture. We need to continue to work in awareness in that regard, because I'm not sure about the statistics. That's more from maternal child health department. But we need to see children receiving the vaccine. It's for their best interest. And the other thing is women, there's HPV testing now available in Belize at your health centers. Take that opportunity. It detects the highest risk of developing cervical cancer. And also, my other one would be that we also need political will to change things. We can be raising awareness, we can try to implement, we can try to do services, but we also need a change in political will to make things happen, to make services available for patients. Because while services, the mammogram is available for just a portion of the population, it's not so for many, and some may have NHI, which I'm thankful that they do offer mammograms. But for the patient who doesn't, some do struggle to even have money to do a mammogram each year. So having the services available.
Alrighty. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. We certainly appreciated this conversation, and we look forward to hearing more persons taking their screenings and really taking cancer more seriously here in Belize.
Thank you.
Alrighty. All right, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, it's all about the Caribbean Tire Gold Rush Sale. Don't go away.
Technology is ubiquitous, and it's transforming how, when, and where we work. Full-Tech Systems is placing award-winning devices in the hands of information workers, allowing them to work without compromise in a world without wires, to innovate, create, and to maximize productivity anytime, anywhere, satisfying the needs of the desk-centric remote and field worker and every other worker in between. We are providing the industry's best devices to businesses going through the process of digital transformation. Partner with us today to provide the solutions that will allow your employees to work effectively and efficiently to enhance your customers' experience. Full-Tech Systems, your technology center, where you'll come for the price, but stay for the service.
The X-ray unit can be thought about as a branch of the accident and emergency department. So we see a lot of the accident cases that come through to check bones and other soft tissues. We also do a lot of chronic checks as related to chest X-rays and any other defects that might be able to be seen on an X-ray. Here is the closest X-ray service in the area. The next closest one would be the two hospitals in PG and one in Stan Creek.
Our regular work day for us would be tending to our what we call as outpatients, patients we see daily that are referred to doctors. We collect their samples and then afterwards we do the processing. We do basic processing here, chemistries, urinalysis, hematology, stool samples as well. So, and we also cater for emergency samples as well.
We basically analyze blood samples. We know on a daily basis that doctors read blood samples and use it to analyze how the patient is doing on a day-to-day basis.
What the freak is happening at Cellular World? Get unbelievable low prices on your favorite tech gadgets only when shopping at Cellular World during our What the Freak sale. Scare the high prices away when you get Android phones for as low as $135. Samsung phone starts for only $295. 4G LTE tablets for only $159. TVs start at only $499. Speakers, headphones, earbuds, smartwatches, and so much more. Shop smart and secure your 1-year warranty only when you shop for your Samsung phones, tablets, Galaxy Buds, and watches from authorized Samsung resellers. Plus, browse the web with the right LTE bands that work with the major local carrier networks in Belize and enjoy full access to your Samsung authorized service center. Visit us in Belize City, Belmopan, or San Pedro, or via our virtual store on Facebook, Instagram, or WhatsApp at 615-5141. That is 615-5141.
Get ready, babe. We're going on a vacation.
Finally, where are we going?
Don't worry, babe. I have we covered.
Are you sure you know where we're going?
Yes, babe. Oh, right there, see? Babe, the price me too good to be true. Me look much more better in that picture.
When life throws you a curveball, Belize Bank has your back. With our online financing, you can turn any vacation mishap into a dream getaway.
Cheers to Belize Bank for making our dream vacation a reality.
Thanks to you, babes, to turn things around.
No thanks to you, cheapo.
Out.
Experience the future of financing with Belize Bank online, where you can secure funds for anything, from anywhere, at any time, all without stepping foot in a bank. Apply for a loan today and unlock a world of possibilities.
Who's my last little bit of paint?
Paint? How can that be a problem? We got you.
You have the exact color?
Definitely.
Attention DIY enthusiasts and professional builders. It's Builders Hardware's Mega Sale, starting October 16th and running through to December 30th. During our Mega Sale, you can enjoy up to 30% off items in our store. Looking to freshen up your home? Then enjoy 20% off on all paints, wood stains, and accessories. But that's not all. You get a whopping 25% discount on all other items in our store and a massive 30% off selected items. At Builders Hardware, we believe our customers are awesome, and that's why we're committed to providing top-notch service and the highest quality products. So whether you're a seasoned pro or a DIY beginner, we are waiting for you. Builders Hardware Mega Sale from October 16th until the end of the year.
Welcome back. We are jumping into our second conversation for the morning, and it's all about the Caribbean Tire's Gold Rush Sale. We have with us representatives here to talk about it. We have with us in the middle Judy Perez, and she is the corporate sales for Caribbean Tire. Good morning. Good morning. As well as Joey Chan, and he is the marketing representatives for Caribbean Tires and Caribbean Motors. Good morning. And also here with us is Chad Dietrich, and he is the branch manager for Caribbean Motors here in Belize City. Good morning, guys, and welcome.
Good morning. Good morning. Thanks.
All right, so we're excited to talk about the Gold Rush sale. So perhaps we can begin with, before we even get into the sale, we can begin with what exactly Caribbean Tires and Motors offers.
Well, Caribbean Tire, we have been in existence for the past 30 years. And throughout the years, we have grown. We have seen the growth. Starting off in Spanish Lookout way back when, 30 years ago, we used to, when we wanted to get tires into Spanish Lookout, they had to float down the river to the branch there in Spanish Lookout. So years had passed by, and we opened the new branch in Belize City in 1997. From 1997, we have seen the growth. All districts of what we have right now, we presently have 8 branches, which we do our products of what we sell: tires, batteries, lubricants, car care products, tools, hydraulic hoses and fittings are some of the items of what we do. The tequila products, which we get throughout the years, we have been seeing that how many things of what customers have been asking us. And that is where we started way back 30 years ago, and we have been listening to our customers throughout that 30 years. And so every year we're even looking at next year, what more is it that we wanted? And of course, then we started with our sister company, Caribbean Motors, which Mr. Chad can tell you what Caribbean Motors offers up to today.
Absolutely. So Caribbean Motors is a multi-brand dealership selling Great Wall and Haval pickup trucks and SUVs. We've got the Photon brand encompassing trucks, vans, and utility trucks. We've got Mazda, Volkswagen, and as you probably know, we're kind of the leaders pushing electric mobility in Belize as well. So that's been a very exciting project as well. So yeah, that's Caribbean Motors in a nutshell. We've also added EasyGo golf carts this year.
Nice.
So we've got a line of golf carts as well, both gas and lithium electric.
That's primarily for our friends out on the islands, right?
That's exactly right. Yes. Yeah, a little bit down south in Placentia and Hawkins, but yes, San Pedro, Keycocker for sure.
When we think Caribbean Tires primarily, it's become a household name for persons in the automotive sector. People who are looking for services, people who are looking for items for their vehicles, parts and what have you. The name has been one of those, you hear it on the radio, you see it on the TV. If you're talking to the everyman and you say you need to change your tire, you go to Caribbean Tire. It's
a one-stop shop.
Indeed,
That's right.
indeed.
That's right.
Let's segue into the sale that you guys are having and what customers can expect from this particular event.
Okay, great. We have been doing this Gold Rush Super Sale for about 15 years. And every year our customers look forward for the sale. And so every weekend we have a sale at every one of our branches. Starting this weekend in Dangriga, which we're offering buy 3 get 1 free on our Hankook brand of tire and Laughing brand of tire. 16% off on our High Fly and Triangle tires, which we have that in truck tires and we have it in passenger light truck tires. We'll be having 20% off on our lubricants, Valvoline Mag 1 of the products of what we sell. We'll be having 16% off on motorcycles. We'll be having 20% off on our Inco and the Tequila products. Also, we'll be having 14% off on our Atlas brand of batteries and our Donghai batteries. Throughout our stores, we're having discounts on every item in our stores. There will be some selected items that might be on 30% off, 35% off. We have everything else besides not the other items that I had mentioned would be across the board, 14% off. But that is only taking place this weekend in Dangriga, Friday and Saturday. Every single weekend, we'll have a sale at individual at the branches. Now, bear in mind, you have to take advantage of this sale only at that branch. So you will not be able to say, I'm coming to Belize City and I want my discount. No.
You'll have to go there.
You have to be exactly in Dangriga. But it's coming to the different districts as we go along every weekend. It's at a store. So after Dangriga, we're heading to PG, and then we're heading to Santa Elena, and then we're going up north. We're going to Corozal and Orange Walk, and we come back west, Spanish Lookout, Belmopan, and last Belize City. So this sale starts from this weekend, the 20th, and it will end until December the 9th.
Wonderful.
How does Caribbean Motors tie into all of these activities?
They are doing the best, and right now we have one of the best, I would say, promotional items, which is every $100 that you spend in the store gives you a chance to win a brand new Wingle 7. Nice. It's the latest luxury line of the Great Wall Motors, tricked out and everything. So whatever you buy in the store will give you a chance to get a ticket. And at the end of the season or of the end of the weekend, we'll actually have a drawing, which each branch will draw 5 tickets and will total to an amount of 40 contestants at the end of December 9th. At that is where we'll have a grand raffle and the grand drawing of who will win the Wingle 7. And we also have additional deals in Caribbean Motors, which we're promoting, that if you come and purchase one of the Great Wall Motors pickup trucks, you'll also be eligible to get a 65-inch 4K HDR TV right out of the box. This is with partnership with Quartz, who is giving us, and we are with them in partners with the TVs. So for every pickup or every truck that you're looking at, just think that you're taking one home.
You can get a TV too.
And you're taking a TV as an upgrade.
Oh my gosh.
That's good cross-marketing.
Yeah. And the perfect Christmas gift as well. Early
That's
Christmas
right,
gift.
That's right.
Great timing.
We also have choka as well.
We also have 2 more things to mention as well. And one of them is whatever you buy as well in Caribbean Tires, for big purchases such as like $10,000, you'll also get $1,000 rebate towards getting a new vehicle. And that's up to $7,000, you'll get rebate up to any of the Great Wall Motors vehicles.
Wow.
And as an additional, for every drawing raffle that we have, we'll also be drawing 1 more ticket that would include an all-expense store with Chuka. So as every branch celebrates the end of their sale, we'll be drawing one of 8 tickets to get a full tour to the Chuka experience.
This is a lot to be offering for the Gold Rush sale. And as you mentioned, this isn't the first year. It's not the second or the third. It's 15 or 14?
Yes, going to be, 15 years more or less that we're doing this every year.
15 years of giving back to your customers, of giving back to Belize. I want to know, why do you keep doing it?
Well, number one, you mentioned Caribbean Tire and Caribbean Motors has become a household name. And we have very loyal customers. And we feel every year at this time, it's our time that we can give back. And you mentioned leading up to Christmas, right? Yeah. Being able to give back to those loyal customers. Also to draw new customers in, to show that we care for our customers. So not only the discounts, I know I often wait to buy that special thing. You know, usually it's my Inco tool of the year that I buy at sale days. And I feel that it's a great thank you that I can get it at that discount. But at the same time, when I'm getting my great discount, we also want to sweeten the pot for customers. Again, this year, Motors is often kind of we're often off in the corner trying to display our products and talk to people as they come to sale days. But this year, we want to be front and center, again, with the Wingle 7 raffle. So everybody that buys at the Caribbean Tire Gold Rush sales gets a chance to win a a 4x4 diesel pickup truck, which we think is pretty special. And again, our way of giving back and saying to our customers, thank you for shopping with Caribbean Tire and Caribbean Motors.
How are the brands performing in terms of sales? Like, I know that Wingle has become a popular brand in Belize for persons who are, you know, driving pickups that are affordable and what have you, and then Haval is sort of getting there as well.
Yes.
What has that been like?
Certainly there's been a progression, right? So our Wingle 7 pickup truck has been a top-selling model in Belize of all brands. We've also have the new Canon, both commercial and luxury. So kind of taking it to the next level of luxury pickup trucks. So what everybody saw was the affordable Wingle 5 gas at $35,000 several years ago. That was a great truck. It was an affordable truck, right? The Great Wall brand has kind of taken it to the next level with some of their products. So things like our Haval H6, which is now all-wheel drive, panoramic sunroof, self-parking, semi-autonomous driving, things like that. So the brand, you know, when I hear, oh, how are the Wingles doing? We've gone well past the Wingles now with the brand quality. And then some of the other vehicles that we're carrying, the Mazda BT50, the CX-5 and the CX-9 SUV lineup, Photon with the Cummins engine, and then again, my personal favorite are the electrics. So the BYD brand, the Volkswagen ID4 and ID6, just a lot of fun to drive. So the brands are doing very, very well right now. Yes.
Well, I certainly am excited to jump in and be a part of the Gold Rush sale. I know that you have a lot of loyal customers, as you said, but this is a great opportunity for persons that don't know that they can take advantage of the service that is offered at Caribbean Tires. They can also take advantage of the sale too.
That's right. And I know earlier you asked the question about why do we do this for our customers. Throughout the years, we are a company, it's not always just about the sales. It's also about the relationship along with our customers. And we have been listening to our customers throughout the time. Why don't you give us a deal? Why don't you give, you know, and especially we have noticed when COVID came, it was really something that is really, you know, that had affected all of us. It was not just Caribbean Tire, but everyone. So throughout those years, we have been listening to our customers and asking, I need a deal, hey, you know, what can we do? So we make it a must that we want to give back to our customers, that we ensure that throughout the time, that within the same time, we're doing these sales. And of course, customers would always want, hey, I did not hear when you have a branch. And we have customers that would go all the way to Dan Grigor right now and take care of their what they need. And then when it comes down to Belize City, we have customers that, hey, miss the one in Orange Walk, Corozal, whichever, and they come down to Belize City and take advantage of the deals. Now, we have to, you know, if we start the sale at one branch, it's 8 branches we're doing this. So of course, they will be moving faster because every branch is having the sale. So we want to encourage our customers to take advantage of these. Once December 9th comes, we will not be offering any discounts on. It's
all over.
That's right. It's all over. So we want to.
From the perspective of a customer, I can tell you, aside from the quality and products that you provide, there's also a great customer service that you also provide. I can tell you every single time I've gone to Caribbean Tires, I've left feeling satisfied with the work that I was given, but also the customer service. And I think that that's one of the ways that you guys have also excelled in a business as well.
Thank you so much, and we really appreciate your comment. And you know, we have been trying throughout the years. We have been doing a lot of different trainings and everything because we are customer oriented, and that's what we want for our customers to step in. Of course, we will be having sometimes that customers would not feel that, but we want to hear about it. And once we get to hear from our customers that anything had gone wrong at any one of our branches, we want to hear, and from there we can make a decision and we can do better of what we do.
Well, I have to start learning how to drive a stick shift because
I'm the winner.
Yeah,
yes,
I
exactly.
could be the winner, and I feel like I could feel it like it might be me.
You never know.
Lessons. That's
exactly.
And it's very easy because I had to learn on my own, and the gears are very easy to learn. So you don't
all
have a
right.
problem with that, right?
I love it. I'm already being optimistic. But guys, we want to say thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. Do you have
Thank
any
you.
last words that you'd like to mention before we jump to the break?
Well, I would like to encourage our customers to please take advantage of these deals throughout the country. If you are not certain what size tire that you need, please call our branches, and we definitely, we can help you to find out what size tires, what battery that you need, that we can ensure that we're giving you the prices ahead of time, and you can have a budget of what you want to spend. So you can know ahead of time. Just contact our branches. Come on in if you want to drive into our stores. We do free inspections. We definitely can tell you, give you a quotation for whichever branch that you want to get your items done. Come on into our branches. Take advantage of these deals.
Check out Facebook as well, where we have every week we'll be setting up the dates, keeping everyone up to date and learning what's going to be the deal, any surprises, and we'll have lives showing everything that we will be having sale on. So just stay up to date with Instagram and Facebook for Caribbean Tires and Motors, where you'll be able to learn about our deals and more special offers.
Yeah, and just remember those 3 special offers. For every $100 you spend at Gold Rush sale days, a ballot for a Wingle 7 diesel pickup truck. Buy any brand of vehicle, brand new vehicle from us during sale day season, and get that 65-inch TCL TV from Quartz. And then for those big customers, for every $10,000 you spend, get a $1,000 discount on a brand new Great Wall vehicle, up to $7,000 discount. So lots of ways to win this year.
Alrighty, excellent.
Can I say one thing more? Lastly, I would really like to thank our staff. Without our staff throughout this time, this 8 weeks will be very, for our staff to be, because we have all our staff going to all the branches. We have teams set up to get everything ready, and so it will be long hours. So we really want to thank our staff behind the scenes, and a busy time for all of us to be there doing it together as a team and giving off that customer service of what we do. So we really want to thank our staff countrywide.
Wonderful. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciated the information, and I'm looking forward to driving away my Wingle, my Great Wall.
Thanks, guys.
All right, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, it's all about the IBL semifinals game coming up. Don't go away.
Hello, friends. I'm Dr. Bob Roberts with another 60-second sermon from God's Word.
The Bible says, Beloved, now are we the sons of God, and it doth not yet appear what we shall be. But we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. And every man that hath this hope in him purifieth himself, even as he is pure. My first trip to Belize was in 1980. The next year, or in 1981, after many years of struggle, Belize was finally given her independence from England and declared to be an independent and sovereign nation. If my memory serves me correctly, a few years later the Queen of England made a visit to Belize. The announcement that Queen Elizabeth of England would be coming to Belize created an excitement among all the Belizeans. A visit by such royalty demanded special preparation, and Belizeans arose to the challenge of the occasion by giving the Queen a royal Belizean welcome. The highway from the airport to Belize experienced major repairs and restoration. Special meetings were carefully scheduled, and the menus for the dinners were officially selected. All of this because the Queen was coming. Sometimes we need to pause and to be reminded that one day an event even greater than this is going to occur, not only in Belize, but throughout the entire world. And that is that Jesus Christ, King of Kings and Lord of Lords, is going to return to this earth. His coming demands preparation. The Bible says we must repent of our sins and be cleansed, for truly the King is on his way.
Today's 60-second sermon has been presented by Christian Foundations of Faith in cooperation with the Baptist churches in your area.
Smart introduces Real Unlimited postpaid plans, providing customers with unlimited talk, unlimited text, and unlimited data. Now that's a real great deal. With Smart Plus, Share 1 and 2, and Enterprise 1 and 2 plans, you can talk as much as you want, text as much as you want, and for the first time ever in Belize, you can enjoy unlimited data with your postpaid plan. So come in and sign up for an unlimited postpaid plan and enjoy limitless possibilities. In addition, other plans such as the Flex Junior, Choice, and Select have been boosted with a lot more talk, text, and data, providing you with the best value for your budget. Be unlimited with Smart. It's time to power your dollar with Smart.
Do you own a car or motorcycle and need an extra income but don't have the time to commit to a second job? Midriver is your solution, as you can work anytime and anywhere. Download the Midriver driver app from Play Store or App Store, the black app, and fill out the application or WhatsApp pictures to 615-5678 or 615-2250. Provide Midriver with pictures of your driver's license, social security or passport, insurance sticker, license sticker, title, profile picture of you, police record or the receipt, front of vehicle, rear of vehicle, left side exterior, right side exterior, picture of passenger seat interior, picture of rear seat interior, vaccination card, and email address. The list might look long, but you have all of these already. Just the police left for you to get. When your registration is complete and approved, all you have to do, turn up online. When a job comes in, swipe right. Tap Arriving. This allows the customer to track your GPS progress. Tap Navigate. Google Maps will open to give you directions. Press Arrive. Customer gets notified that you are outside. When customer enters car, swipe right to start ride. Midriver app charges by time and distance. That guarantees you to earn an income. When you reach destination and end the ride, the app will tell you and the customer the total cost of the ride. Midriver only takes 15%, so 85% of the income is all yours. Don't forget to get that police record receipt, and you can be on your way to making extra money with the help of Midriver.
Every project has to start somewhere, and Brothers Habet's got you covered. We're the place for professionals because we understand success is built on quality and reliability. For the do-it-yourselfers seeking quality tools and materials to bring their out-of-the-box ideas to life, our paint department offers a kaleidoscope of hues to those looking to express their unique style. And for those seeking the perfect touch of elegance for their homes, we offer a curated collection of household fixtures and furnishings that caters to every taste. But what sets Brothers Habet apart is our exceptional customer service. Our employees go above and beyond to ensure that every customer's needs are met. We're here to see you through your building journey. Visit Brothers Habet and get started today. Or call or WhatsApp us for a quote. See you soon!
Make effortless memories with a Christmas loan from St. John's Credit Union Limited. Members can qualify for up to 3 times their monthly salary. Promotion runs from October 15th to December 15th. Call any of our St. John's Credit Union offices in Belize City, Belmopan, or Dangriga to book your appointment to make your dream Christmas a reality. St. John's Credit Union Limited. Safe saving, smart borrowing.
And welcome back. We're switching gears and getting into a little bit of basketball action. We have with us on set this morning a member of the Inter-Office Basketball League, a representative, the treasurer, none other than Delroy Fairweather. Good morning, my
Good
brother.
morning.
Morning,
Different
guys.
hat this morning.
Yes.
All fun and jokes aside, no pun intended.
The great Houdini. No, you see me, no, you don't.
Now you're here to discuss what's taking place in the IBL.
Yes.
And of course, the upcoming games that we're to look forward to as fans of inter-office basketball.
Well, I like how you touch on the fans of the inter-office basketball, because really and truly we would really want to see more of these office fans come out to cheer on their teams. The league started off maybe probably a month and a half or 2 months ago. 14 teams, of course, were registered in the league. And those were split up in two categories, Category A and Category B. The funny part, Category A was like all governmental agencies, and then Category B were like the more regular offices. So pretty much our schedule we had like 3 games on Thursdays, 3 games on Fridays, and then 6 games on Sundays. So they're like kind of one knockout round type tournament. Now, this weekend that went was basically the do or die, what we call the do or die, because like the number 1 seed had to play the number 4, etc. So like you had one very good team like Belize City Council. You also had Grace Kennedy. You know, them guys got knocked out. You know, and they were poised to actually be in the playoff. Now you had one team tough enough towards, man, then I like the sleepers.
That's Rico Black's team?
Yes, yeah, not take a for Rico Black. Rico Black came out of the woodworks, and Rico Black managed to secure one of the top 4 spots.
Yeah.
Rico Black team will be playing against BWS, which I won last year rivalry, because last year Rico Black knocked out BWS for the championship. And then you have the police department who will be playing against the KHMH, or Ministry of Health. Yeah. But again, like I said, one of the things that we're asking honestly to have these fans come out, because the games were being played at the SCA auditorium. Yeah, we had quite a few issues with securing venues, because of course during September time, you know, the Civic was booked out. You know, for obvious reasons, and then you know, Mexico Center was actually where we used to play these games, but Mexico Center, of course, you know, still needs to be, some repairs need to be done on it. So we moved over to SCA, really nice venue, you know, nice open up space, had some big fans in there that
properly ventilated.
Yeah, properly ventilated, and you know, but for some reason, like, we know to get the fan base to come out, you know, and that's one of the things that we're trying to encourage, you know, because this level of basketball, although it might be not on the professional level, but these guys, they play really well. And the games are not per se huge blowout games. Like, it's 8-minute quarters. And the scores at most you'd find, like, sometimes you'd have games like 1 basket deciding the game, you know. So, you know, the games are very competitive.
I want to take things back a bit further back, Delroy, and talk about how the Inter-Office Basketball League came together, because we're looking at different businesses competing against each other. But how did this come to be?
Well, I have just got involved this year, but from what I have known, it had been something that was in the making for some time. You had different organizations taking it over. Not to say that they failed or anything, but what actually happened, maybe they didn't have the resources, etc., to finish the season or to carry forward. And now, coming off the NEBL, a successful season, you know, we planned the inter-office season, pretty much kind of got all the logistics in place, putting out the call for these teams, and of course one of the highlight, because you'll actually, once you walk away, you'll walk away with a ring. So, and this ring, the quality of this ring, it actually looks really superb. You know, it's a gold ring, and you know, it has all the bells and whistles, so it's something that you feel proud to wear. So, you know, that's one of the highlights, and I think that is kind of what propels these firms to actually get involved with the whole inter-office league, you know, and we, during the regular season, we were utilizing 2 referees, but now for the playoffs, we are going to utilize 3 because we don't want to have any issues, any problems. You know, you want it to be fair play. Like I said, the games could get a little bit physical. Of course, you know, it's basketball, it's a contact sport. But for the most part, you know, most people, like these players, they really, like I said, I am at all these games and I watch these guys. Some of these guys have, I would think, professional NEBL caliber.
I mean, if you look at it, these are basically athletes that would have excelled in their earlier years, but then transitioned into their career.
Yeah.
So this is an opportunity for them to show that, you know, they're not
Well,
cool.
yeah, and the thing is, you do have quite, some of these offices do have some young players because there's a lot of basketball happening right now, and some of them actually are playing, while they're playing in the IBL, they're also playing other tournaments. So, you know, basketball is alive and well, it's just to organize it, and again, like I said, I think that's where the IBL comes in, and we're taking it to our next level, you know, because that's one of the slogan, just another level, you know. Yeah.
Look at those rings.
Yeah, those are the rings. Yeah, those, and that's exactly what these guys are playing for.
Oh man.
You know, and they're really beautiful. They're really nice rings for them to wear. So, apart from bragging rights, like I said, you have the hardware to go along with it. And the beauty about it, the 4 teams that are playing for the finals, each team will receive prizes, and of course, the winner will receive the rings. Right.
So the final series will also be played at SC Auditorium?
No. So now we're moving back to the Civic, and that the game the first game will be on Saturday, starting at 7:30. And like I said, let me have to put on my other pair of eyes. So basically, on this Saturday night, starting at 7:30, the 7:30 p.m., you'll have the Ministry of Health squad. Which is led by Ryan Michaels, Darwin Zuniga, and Neil Nicholson, will battle against the Belize Police Department. You have 3 excellent players, Albert Longsworth, Stephen Wade, and Joseph Sutherland, right? After that game finishes, then from there we move into the second game, and these games will be best of 3, right? You have the defending champion, Tough Enough Tours, which is Rico Black, and he and his father and son duo.
Yeah.
Because the father plays and the son plays also. And then he has 2 adopted sons, who is Tyron Mission Edwards and Orland Baga Ferguson. But they can't take their eyes off Belize Water Services, because I'm telling you, BWS played on Sunday, and the level that they played at, that was almost like a championship game. You have Luis Barcelona Jr., Earl Bola Johnson, and Travis Turbo Bernardes. So these guys, like I said, you know, you can't take away anything from them. And there's something, maybe when they get on the Civic, it's a whole different level.
Yeah.
You know, because
and that's kind of energy.
Yeah, man,
feels official.
Yeah, man, and that's the reason why, you know, like you have like BWS who have a couple hundred people working. You know, like come out. You know, come out. You know, if you guys, if you guys want to, you know, call me 610-5190 and work out something. We'll work out something for you guys with the tickets. We could get it to you. The same thing with Ministry of Health. The same thing with the police department. You know, Tough Enough. You know, because that's what we want. We want people to come out and see these guys play.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said, these guys are very excellent. You have this guy Earl Bola Johnson. He's probably one of the oldest player, and he plays for BWS. You should see him on the ground on Sunday. Nothing. We changed his name from a basketball player to a goalkeeper because he's on the ground picking up. Nothing should go after. You know. So that's the intensity these guys are playing at.
Wow. Tell us about the ticket prices, because I mean, aside from people go on representing their company, I'm sure other people in general would want to just go and see.
So basically, with the Civic, we'll have ticket prices at $15, and you could pretty much sit wherever you want. Which would, if you want to sit on the what you'd call the VIP court side, or if you want to sit in the regular section. We'll be doing parking under the Civic, likewise, you know, to have a secured parking. that's pretty much it. And like I said, it's if you come out early, you could choose the seat that you'd want. Because we're not going into that seat numbering, that whole seat numbering thing. And like I said, there's enough space for everyone to come in there and sit down, enjoy a good game, nice air condition. Of course, we'll have the bar open with drinks and little refreshments and stuff like that. So it's a family affair, basically, and again, like I said, Saturday night starting at 7:30, you could come out and catch 4 good games. Well, 2 good games. Then next week it will be on Friday. So from there on, we'll play on Friday. So again, like I said, everyone at this point is trying to secure their victory so that they could move on to the finals. So it's a best of 3 in both semifinals and finals. And like I said, at the end of the day, we are going to crown someone champion. Like I said, I can't tell you who I would have my monies on because Benny's of course had a team in there, and they unfortunately got knocked out. I have to root for my company. So now I'm like, they fold my hand and like, but no, it was good though. It was good because it actually gives these guys an opportunity to showcase their talent.
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Delroy. As always, it's a pleasure. I'm not sure if you have any sponsors that you'd like to highlight for the event.
Yeah, man, sure. Give me 1 second here.
I'm pretty certain that list is lengthy,
no. Well, basically, from off the top of my head, I could go. Benny's, of course, who is the sponsor of the tournament. You have Dolphin Production. You have Travelers. You have Sarah's Cabañas. And I don't want to get myself in any problems.
You certainly want to give your thanks to all of them.
Yeah,
so if you miss anyone,
World, Nando's Wholesale, Mirab, Victor's Food, Boyne and Boyne. Yeah, man. And like I said, that's basically it. And if I miss anyone, I didn't do it intentionally.
A hold against me.
But like I said, I am imploring people to come out to the games. Like I said, it's a Saturday night. Come out, come and watch some good basketball. And I invite you guys out to come out. Because I know I'm a basketball fan.
Yes, sir.
You're more than a comedy fan, right?
Yeah, but I show up to wherever, I want to support everything Belizean.
Yeah, man. And it's, like I said, it's a good thing for the offices too, because then it allows these people to be working out, getting in shape. So it has a lot of benefits, a lot of benefits with it.
All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us, Delroy. It's a pleasure as always.
Yes,
we're going to take a break, and when we come back, it's all about International Credit Union Day. Don't go away.
My Social Security. Your direct online access to all your Social Security information. 360 view of all your Social Security information. Registration services, benefits, contributions, and employer services at your fingertips. Enjoy all the new features with your My Social Security account. Register with SSB. Submission of benefit claims. Submission of contribution statements. View contribution record. Enjoy all your My Social Security feature at ssbportal.org.bz. Social Security at your fingertips.
Homeowners, immerse yourselves in elegance. Surround yourself with the beauty of one-of-a-kind, quality wood furniture. This is what America's elegant furniture and appliances has to offer. Trendy, affordable, and exceptional centerpieces, large mirrors, vanities, plush sofa sets, coffee tables, office furniture, exquisite mahogany bedroom sets, home decor, mattresses, and so much more. Shop our new reduced prices store-wide and get huge discounts daily. Our layaway and payment plans offer the lowest interest rates guaranteed. Our extensive catalog meets everyone's furniture needs, and if you can't find what you're looking for, then we'll custom make it for you. Shop at Mirka's and save. Mirka's, making your household dreams affordable.
Your life just got a lot less complicated with Belize Bank Contactless MasterCard Debit Card. Introducing our Standard Debit and MasterCard Platinum Debit Cards. Now you can make purchases anywhere MasterCard is accepted with one tap, pay and go. Your contactless card never has to leave your hands, especially in these times. And your card is embedded with multiple layers of security. Platinum card holders get to enjoy extra benefits like price protection, purchase protection, trip inconvenience, and luggage protection, just to name a few. Start enjoying a cashless lifestyle today with the Belize Bank.
Introduces Real Unlimited Postpaid Plans, providing customers with unlimited talk, unlimited text, and unlimited data. Now that's a real great deal. With Smart Plus, Share 1 and 2, and Enterprise 1 and 2 plans, you can talk as much as you want, text as much as you want, and for the first time ever in Belize, you can enjoy unlimited data with your postpaid plan. So come in and sign up for an unlimited postpaid plan and enjoy limitless possibilities. In addition, other plans such as the Flex Junior, Choice, and Select have been boosted with a lot more talk, text, and data, providing you with the best value for your budget. Be unlimited with Smart. It's time to power your dollar with Smart.
Back. We are about to jump into our last segment, and it's all about International Credit Union Day. And we have our friends from the St. John's Credit Union to talk to us about it. We have Miss Brenda Armstrong, and she is the Secretary of the Board at St. John's Credit Union. And also Ashton Nicholas, and he is also a board member with St. John's Credit Union. Good morning, guys, and welcome.
Good morning. Good morning.
All right, so International Credit Union Day. We know whenever we think of credit unions, we think of the opportunity to save alongside all the other benefits, of course. But let's talk about the International Credit Union Day.
Well, good morning. Once again, thank you guys for having us. Good morning to our members. Good morning to all credit union members. So International Credit Union Day is celebrated yearly. It has been, this is our 75th year, and it's celebrated in October, the third Thursday in October. That's when they celebrate International Credit Union Day. So all credit union, this is a very special moment for us. This is whereby we give back to our members. We encourage our members and we show them the importance of saving. This year's theme for International Credit Union Day is looking into your financial future with a credit union. So the base of that theme is whereby we focus on our members and let them know that they are important, and we educate them about financial stability, educate them about the reason why they have joined the credit union and what the moment have for them. So that's the base of the International Credit Union Day that we're looking at for this year. Yes, Ms. Brennan, I'd like to add anything?
Yeah. It's not only significant internationally, and I should say there's a big network of credit unions. You'd be surprised to know the sizes of credit unions abroad. But in Belize, we do our part. So it's been a part of our celebrations as credit unions to do special things. As you know, the credit union movement started with Father Marian Gainey, who brought those many years ago. Yes, many years ago, came to Belize, stationed in Punta Gorda, no less. Penny.
Yep.
I have to plug that one. And I give thanks for those people who had the courage to share in that idea. Let's pool our money, because that's basically what a credit union is, a cooperative. We trust each other, and we pool our monies, and we benefit from each person's contribution. So when I put $100 in my account, yes, it's mine, but it's also yours.
Yeah.
And that's where the idea started. I think it's significant that it was embraced by churches, because the church was looking after its membership.
Yeah.
And so the first credit union, as I said, down there in PG, and then gradually as the years progressed, 1945, 44, Holy Redeemer, 45, St. Francis Xavier, and of course, you know, I have to plug St. John's, right? The parish credit union that began in that little building right on Albert Street West. And grew to what it is now.
Yeah.
Still growing. I see you guys are building a new HQ on Buttonwood Bay Boulevard.
We are moving on up.
That's nice.
And so is the movement. The credit union movement is huge now in Belize.
When we look at the idea of membership and growing the membership of the credit unions, what has that been like in terms of looking at persons who are transacting directly with the banks and other lending institutions?
You know, it's a good opportunity for me to say, have you seen an ad that is run, has been on radio and television, on the difference between a credit union and a bank? If you haven't, look out for it. Because it is a significant difference. Coincidentally, I voiced one of those ads. And it really struck home when we thought about the fact, as a member of the credit union, you own the credit union. You don't own the bank that you put your money into. Yes. We refer to our members as owners. You make the decisions. We couldn't be on the board of a bank. No way. We don't have that power. But in our credit union, all we do is get nominated at an AGM and get sufficient of our members to say, yes, I trust Ashton Nicholas. He will look after my money for me. And that's how we get to be on the board. It's a significant institution in the financial landscape. And I think more people have to know that they will not go wrong in choosing a credit union.
I'll say this, right? and if you use it for your next ad, I'll send you a fee, right? There is a sense of familiarity and homeliness when you're dealing with a credit union.
Agreed.
Over a bank. Like I walk into SJCU, for instance, and I know everybody knows me. We treat with each other very warmly. Whereas with a bank, it always seems as if it's strictly business. You're only
Very
there
transactional.
to withdraw, deposit, apply for a loan, pay a mortgage or whatever it may be, but it seems very transactional and personal. With a credit union, it doesn't matter which one you belong to, it's a feeling of being a part of a family.
That's very true.
And I guess to add to that, it has a lot to do with, like what you said, credit union is a family. So you know who the general manager is, you know who a loan officer is, you know, as you can see, we're board members. And when you walk on the street, you say, oh yes, I remember I elected you, you know, what is happening, you know. So it is important for us to hit home when it comes that when you're joining a credit union, you're joining a family. We're here for you. We want to know how we can help you as a credit union. So that's one of the big major thing, and what we have been doing at St. John's Credit Union is that we're doing a lot of outreach. I know this Saturday, some of the board members along with some staff, they went to Dorothy Menzies' home, whereby we did activities for the kids, you know, giving back to our community. We also have the educational grant that we instill, whereby it's just show the purpose of finance, and we're trying to teach a younger generation to save. It's important, and it starts now. You put that, you get your money, you take that $10, your allowance, you put $2 in a credit union, and it grows over time. And eventually you see when you're old enough, you can
enough
go and say, you know
returns
what?
and dividends.
Yes, you have enough returns.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's talk about the activities that we can look forward to as we celebrate International Credit Union Day.
Well, across the country, all credit unions will observe the day. On that day, if you're a member of a credit union, you're invited to go into the credit union. They'll definitely have some treats for you. As Ashton said, we did our community service before the actual day, but there'll be raffles, there'll be giveaways, and so on. And the promotion of the idea of credit union. During this week, several credit unions are going into schools, helping to spread the idea that it's a good thing to be a member of a credit union. Speaking to Ashton earlier, he joined a credit union because his mom opened the account. And that's a significant thing. Parents should embrace this idea. I know in my case, my child, one of my children, her godmother, the gift to her on her birth was the opening of a credit union account.
Same thing my parents did for
I was
us.
gonna
Same
say,
thing
that's
I've
a
done
thing.
for my kids.
Yeah.
That's your first birthday gift.
Yeah.
Here's an account.
I can remember that as well. That was something, I think it's common as well for older generations to open a credit union for the newer kids. Yeah.
And then we get to learn, in reference to the question about the bank, the idea of saving at the bank is not a fundamental idea, but it is to the credit union. The credit union grows because we, the members, save in that credit union. And today, the income and the base balance, I am not a finance person, what you call the foundation line of your organization, that has grown over the years to where credit unions control so much more money in this landscape that we are in, because each member has saved in that.
And to add what we'll be doing at St. John's Credit Union, I know this week we have launched a Christmas promotion. So look out for that Christmas promotion. We already have our flyers out. You get 3 times your salary with restriction and condition apply. So you can visit any one of the branch and apply for a Christmas loan. Tomorrow we have, each branch will be having healthy snacks. So you can visit the branches and you'll receive healthy snacks. We'll be having Belize City has already done their activity. We have Belmopan, they'll be doing with HelpAge. So they'll be going over to the HelpAge and doing some activities along also in Dangriga branch. So there's several activities that we'll be doing, and I know other credit unions will be doing the same. So it's like we said, it's just a very active month, and it's just for us to give back to our members for all their years and service and dedication.
I have to add to my comment just now with the statistic. I was given some info that I should share. The credit union movement in Belize now controls $1.062 billion in assets.
Wow.
That's the size of the movement that we are in. And I can say for my credit union, 1 million of that, 100 million, sorry, is in our coffers. It's a growth that is phenomenal. If you look at it as compared to the assets in other institutions, don't mess with credit unions. Don't mess with credit unions.
I hope you guys have credit union accounts.
We do.
I'm a proud member of SJCU, sir.
Oh. Kudos to you.
We have to get him a shirt.
Yes.
I'll also charge for endorsements too.
I'm interested to know, do you guys know how many members you currently have at SJCU?
Yes. Our membership is in excess of 26,000.
Yes.
26,000 members. And when you think about it, when you and I, maybe not you, first joined the movement, we were thinking of thousands or hundreds of persons. There was a practice, and it's still there. When you asked for a loan, if you asked for a loan in excess of your shares, you could have a co-maker.
Yeah.
Your co-maker was a fellow member of the credit union, and that's where the family element comes in. We know each other so well that we go in and sign and say, I will make this loan along with Isani, and I will pay if he defaults.
Yeah.
That's how the movement has grown. And thankfully, most of our members keep their word. But if you drop...
Yeah, if it's dropped, it goes in a different department.
Yes.
Well, we have to collect it back. But it has been growing, and we are growing. And I know for the next couple of years, we've been planning as board members to see how we can continue with the increase, because like I said, our members are important to us, and once we get more members, our credit union grow. So that's our goal for the next upcoming years to come.
Ashton, as a young person, what was the reason why you had interest in being a board member of the credit union?
On my view, I believe that I just wanted to make change within our community, especially when it comes to giving back service to our people. And I value our members 100%. So it's me spending time with them, going out outreach, educating them the importance of saving. Like I wanted, my mom opened my account for me. I didn't even know. So my mom opened my account for me, and I saw that helped me through school. You know, we would go and we'd get loan, and I was able to finish school. Me now taking over my account back, I instill saving. So that's one of the big things. So it's just for me as a board member to be there, to hear the voice of our people, and to deliver what we can do with the team, a great team behind us now.
St. John's is currently involved in renewing and revising its strategic plan. And one of the great motivators in writing or coming up with the ideas for that plan is that the movement has to grow. And so we are challenging ourselves to see how can this movement help individuals in our communities to grow. We now have 4 branches, 1 in Dangriga, 1 in Belmopan, and 2 in Belize City. How can we get those persons in the community around us to grow as well, even if you're not a member of the credit union? And how can we then translate that growth into the growth of our nation? Because, as I said before, you can't mess with this movement. This is a significant factor in the economic landscape of this country. So we have a very important role to play when we strategize. How will we then contribute to that overall economic development in our country?
Excellent.
All right, well, we are a bit short for time, so I'll ask if you have any last words.
Well, I'll just, once again, we want to wish all our members International Credit Union Day. Thank you for being a part of our members. Look out for our Facebook ad. So if you have Facebook, if you have Instagram, add us on Facebook and Instagram, and we have surprises and surprises. Visit our branches, come get the loan. Christmas loan has been launched, so come in, meet with the loans officer, and we are here for you. And remember that, so you are very important to us.
Alrighty, well guys, thank you so much for joining us. We are going to wrap up right here on set, so we want to say to our viewers, thank you so much for staying with us all this morning on Wednesday morning. We want to say thank you as well to all of our guests that joined us, starting things off with Izzy M that came and via Zoom and spoke to us about the work that she is doing as it relates to music and also being a student in Taiwan, but also for the folks that came for the first segment talking to us about the oncology services at the KHMH. Definitely, we want to encourage you, our viewers, to get your screening for all different forms of cancers that are out there. And in our second segment, we also want to remind you to take advantage of the Caribbean Tire Gold Rush Sale. You can win so many prizes, including a great wall pickup truck.
And a 65-inch television.
And a 65-inch television. I already told you, Isani, I'm about to learn how to drive stick shift because I feel it in my bones that I'm going to be the winner. And in our third segment, it was all about the Inter-Office Basketball League semifinals games. If you're not a part of any of the companies that are currently competing, still go out and support. It's a family event, so definitely take advantage of that. And lastly, it's all about International Credit Union Day. And if you don't have a credit union, definitely get one. There's so many benefits to it aside from simply saving. So we want to say again, thank you guys so much for joining us. If you have any questions or concerns, you can send us an email at oye@channel5belize.com. You can also catch us on Facebook at Open Your Eyes BZ, as well as Instagram at OYEBelize. Thanks so much for joining us, and please join us again tomorrow as you open your eyes
to start your morning right.
Until then, keep your eyes, your mind,
and your hearts open.
Have a great Wednesday.
Open Your Eyes was brought to you by the Belize Bank. Our country, your bank.